Sonic Origins Plus, the brand new DLC where you can now play as Amy and pretty much nothing else. So I want to see, is getting Amy worth it? I don't know. And also, I wish you could skip the cutscene because I don't really want to play it every time, especially when I play as Amy. But let's just see, is playing Amy in Classic Sonic 1 worth it? But yeah, so I feel like Amy's moveset is probably reminiscent of Sonic Superstars. I'm not really sure, but that makes the most sense to kind of introduce you to how it works. But it appears that she has a little air dash, or not an air dash, an air shield that then turns into a drop dash that's more of like a little hammer thing, which is pretty cool. And then she also has the standard spin dash and that kind of moveset, so that's not bad. I mean, it feels pretty good. And it's cool seeing Amy in these games, because really, I mean, Amy has always been a really important character in Sonic, but they've always just never had her in anything, or like she's never been playable, except for like Adventure in 06. But as far as Classic Sonic, you know, especially with having her in all this marketing and stuff, it kind of makes sense to finally have her finally in the games. Except for Mighty and Ray would have also been cool, but you know what, that's okay. Maybe they'll be in Superstars. I don't know if they'll be in Superstars or not, but it would be really cool. Especially since they put Fang in Superstars. The Superstars is exciting though. Also, let me get this special stage. But yeah, so here is Amy in Sonic 1. Try and get this real quick. So I like how they made this smoother, because in the original version it's just not. Oh dang, let's go. Okay, here we go. So yeah, Green Hill Act 2. Like the second part of Green Hill Act 1. Honestly, the first Sonic game, their levels are not that long. Like, that was 31 seconds. It is interesting seeing kind of their interpretation of like how Amy works though, because there's been so many like mods and different things in the community depicting what they think classic Amy would be like. So it's cool to see what Sega thinks. I haven't really played any mods, but I've seen videos of like different versions of Amy being playable. And there's Sonic Adventure as well, which that and 06 are like the only time Amy is actually playable in the mainline Sonic game. And really her moveset in Sonic Adventure, I feel like it's kind of similar to this with like the whole spinning around with the hammer and like the charge thing. It's kind of interesting to see that, but more in a classic form. Right. Also, okay, hold up. It should keep momentum. There we go. I was like, there's something wrong here, because I should be keeping its momentum. So now we make our way to the, what is this, rings? Let's go. That's a little bit easier to hit as well. And then, honestly, okay, so since Anniversary Mode has like a widescreen, it kind of made it easier to do this boss, because you can literally just go to the side of the screen, where before it was like, you're kind of trapped with these platforms, but I'm okay with that, because it is the first boss. And when I was a little kid, it was always really hard to fight it, because we didn't have that widescreen advantage. But also with the drop dash makes it a little bit easier too. So you can just charge when you get it done like that. Which honestly is pretty cool, and works really nicely. So that's kind of Amy and Sonic 1, I guess. I guess we go to Sonic 2 now. So honestly, I forgot about Sonic CD. But that's okay, because I can go to that some other time. For now, though, Amy and Tails? Hold up. That's kind of cool. We're going to do Amy and Tails, then. Should get that classic duo, but it's Amy instead of Sonic. But yeah, so here's Sonic 2. Amy's sprite pretty much looks the same, which I guess is okay. Because Sonic 2 and Sonic 1 sprites aren't even that different. They're just more vibrant. But yeah, so this is pretty cool. Not really much to say. It's just kind of Amy. But you know what? That's cool. It always has been interesting though how they introduced Amy in Sonic CD, which was originally Sonic 2, and then how she just like didn't really appear in Sonic 2 or Sonic 3. Especially as playable, because like her being playable in CD just, I don't know, it makes sense, because you can play as Tails in Sonic 2. So like why would, and Knuckles in Sonic 3 and Knuckles. So it never really made sense that Amy was not playable in CD until literally like now, like years and years after Sonic CD. But you know what, I'm just glad it's finally here. So you should be able to like shield yourself. That is one thing about Tails who just died. But one thing about Sonic Origins is it would have been cool if there's a little bit more customizable stuff where it's like, oh, like how Mania has it where you can do Sonic with the air dash, or not the air dash, the air shield, or the drop dash, or even the peel out. You know, it would have been cool if you could see customizable options like that, or even like with Tails being able to give you a lift. Which can Tails lift Amy? Tails can lift Amy, let's go. I'm gonna go down. Same thing with like Super Sonic and Sonic 1, stuff like that, because there's not even a way to play Super Sonic and Sonic 1 without doing debug mode, because it's basically the mobile version put on the Xbox and PlayStation and stuff. That's really fun to do. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, probably one of the better, probably the best classic Sonic game before Mania, or I don't know, those are kind of interchangeable. But yeah, it would have been cool to see a Super Amy in this scene, but I understand not doing that. But you know what, I'm completely okay with that. It's Angel Island Zone, Act 1. What a beautiful island. Nothing ever bad will happen here. It's actually a little bit easier to play with Amy and her moveset. There's a lot of those rhinos. Let's see Amy in the blue spheres. Look at that. That's actually kind of cool looking. But the way they put Amy into the game honestly feels really authentic. Like it does feel like if I had a Sega Genesis and was playing the original game, that this would have just been in it. And honestly, it is weird to me that Amy was absent from Sonic 3. Because Sonic 2 you could argue, well, okay, well Sega America was doing this and Sega Japan was doing that. But for Sonic 3 it was a different situation. It was like Sega America was doing this. I don't know why Amy was not included. But, I mean, at least she's included a lot more now and is getting that classic attention. Because also her absence in Sonic Generations is weird. Because, like, you have modern Amy, who doesn't really do anything. And then you have classic Sonic, classic Tails. But then there's just no classic Amy or Knuckles. But now it looks like Sega's getting comfortable acknowledging these characters exist. So, that's cool. I also just missed the blue sphere at the last minute. I'm not going to retry it either. That is the cool thing about Sonic Origins, though, is that you can retry the special stages in case you don't succeed, which I think is amazing, because these ones especially are kind of hard. Especially the Sonic CD ones. Those ones you need it for, like, pretty much, because there's only like 12 levels in that game. And I feel like the sprite work is pretty good on Amy too. I feel like it could match a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like the Sonic 3 sprites are really, really detailed, which is another reason why they're my favorite sprites. But I feel like Amy could have been a little more detailed. But you know what? It's okay though, because we have Amy in Sonic 3, and that's great on its own. Aw, dang. Alright. Also, it would have been cool because they have the mission mode, and it would have been cool if they had a special. I wonder if you can break this down. I know we're not Knuckles, but okay, it does not look like that's gonna happen. But it would have been cool if they added some extra missions for Origins Plus that included Amy, so you could actually utilize her moveset. But you know what? It's okay though. I mean, it's fine. Let's see this little animation here. Look at that. Let's go. That was a nice little thing. Yeah, I mean, Sonic 3 is just really impressive how they managed to do all this stuff. Like, There's just a lot of attention to detail here, and it's really cool. So yeah, I'm glad that they've been able to finally get it on the retro engine. Sure, let's just go ahead and try that again. Alright, back to the blue spheres. This one's like really easy. So really I should not be able to mess this one up. Except for I kinda did. Well, not quite yet. Okay, what are we doing here, bro? Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. That's how you do the blue spheres Sonic stage. I'm pretty sure you can play as Amy on the Blue Spheres game that they have added. I think that's another little thing. It's a pink one. It's literally Amy, dude. Literally the Amy Chaos Emerald. From Sonic Superstars. That's pretty crazy. Bro, I want in here. Alright, here we go. Come on, dude. I'm really hoping that with Sonic Superstars, it feels just like the classic Sonic, because I feel like classic Sonic has had kind of a weird era in the modern phase. There's another ring. I think I'll pass, because like honestly, in Generations, his controls weren't the best because there wasn't really momentum. Same thing with Forces. So I'm really hoping that Superstars, it being like a kind of a 3D-ish game, it really does classic Sonic justice. But so far, I mean, the pictures and everything look really good, and it seems like they, you know, with Mania and how Mania went, you know, they're really putting their best efforts in. I know it's a different team, however, Sega still is in charge of the game, so I feel like it's a pretty good sign there. And honestly, it's coming out pretty soon. Let's get a... Aw, Tails. Come on, dude. Where's Eggman at? He's right here. Bam. Bam. Oh, I didn't even realize it just died. Aw, dang. Okay. Here we go again. Some... Tails died again. I will try to not die. That was really easy. Alright. Come on, Tails. Come on, Tails. Oh, man. Alright. So, that is Amy and Sonic 1, 2, and 3, I guess. I mean, honestly, I feel like if you really like Sonic, if you really enjoy Sonic, this is not a bad thing to do at all. I mean, it's pretty fun playing as Amy. My overall thoughts are, is if you like classic Sonic, enjoy those games, you will like this. If not, probably don't get this, because honestly, there really is not enough content to justify Origins Plus. Arguably, maybe even Origins. If you have the Sonic Gems collection and Classic collection, you'll probably have, well, you'll definitely have like twice as many Classic Sonic games, and I don't even think it'd be as much money. So that's kind of my thing, but you know what, this is still fun and I still enjoy it. But I also just enjoy Sonic pretty much anytime, even if it's not the greatest thing in the world. But yeah, so thank you for watching. Please subscribe to see more videos like this, or if you enjoyed it, give a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be out before I die. Alright, well, goodbye.